Hi guys, how you doing? And welcome to the latest Periscope video by my good self. I'm Kevin Reed. I'm delighted to be joined by Dom and Rich, who are high up representatives of QuickBooks across the globe and Europe. Rich looks after the accounting segment, and Dom is looking after Europe, bless him, the whole lot. So we're here at QuickBooks Connect, and absolutely delighted to have the chaps here with me. Rich, why don't we kick off with you? What are you trying to achieve here at QuickBooks Connect?
Yeah, thank you. Well, we've done a show similar to this in the US for 3 years straight. It's actually become the biggest accounting conference in the US, and this is the first time we've brought it to London. Now, we have 1,100 accountants and small businesses and developers here in the next 2 days. It's about the benefits of those three groups working together as we undertake this sort of revolution in the accounting industry. The event's been sold out, so it's been very well received, and so it really is about helping folks embrace the future, helping accounting firms benefit from all of the change that's occurring.
And could you talk about the practice management product that you're launching, which will run through your online offering, and why you view that as such a vital thing?
Yeah, absolutely, and this is something we're really excited about, and we announced at the show today. So we know that accounting firms spend approximately 60% of their time managing tasks. Now, those tasks can be client interactions, taking documents from clients, processing data, and historically we've had QuickBooks Online Accountant, which helps, but it doesn't have a practice management component. And so we have built out a completely new innovation called Practice Manager. It essentially helps all of the day-to-day management by firm member, by client. It will tell you exactly the most important clients to do today, this week, next month, and so it truly will help drive the efficiency of a practice. Now, that goes live here in the UK in the next 2 to 3 months. We're very excited.
Now, how is that going to work in reality? All practices have their own unique ways of doing things, different types of clients. How will practices be able to finesse it and make the most of it?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think, the interesting thing about just practice management, the definition, is it means something different to absolutely every firm. So what this particular innovation will do, it is perfect for day-to-day task management. So a great example is quarterly tax filing. If you simply set up a task, it will add into a calendar when you have to work on quarterly tax filing by client. So none of this now has to be an email or be in your head. Also, you can email clients directly from the tool, and the documents will come into the practice manager, and again, that task will be deleted from your task list. So day to day, it's perfect. Now, if you have some sort of enterprise need for CRM, it's not going to do that. So for bigger firms, they may still need plugins, and we will support that through our APIs, but for smaller firms, I think it's going to replace a lot of the products they use today.
Right, wonderful, thank you. Dom, what's going on in Europe? How do European accounting practices compare to those in the UK? Are they having the same issues, the same opportunities and threats?
Okay, Kevin. So I think one big commonality would be the trend towards digitization. So no matter where you are in Europe, indeed no matter where you are around the world, you're seeing an industry that is digitizing. So what we see is that firms want help with that. They want guidance, they want support and partnership, and we're delighted to be in a position to help them on that journey. What would be different is that when you look around the local markets in Europe, the last mile compliance varies greatly. We have a business in France, for example, and some of the work we have to do to customize the product to be fit for purpose in France will be very different from the way in which we think about the last mile in the UK. So that would be one big commonality, the trend towards digitization, and then the need to localize market by market.
Are the attitudes of the practitioners similar? Are there some that are venturing forth? Are there laggards? Are there people that are excited by the future but looking to understand how to embrace it? Do you hear similar themes or see similar themes?
I think it's probably fair to say that we've been through the first wave. So we've got a whole bunch of early adopting firms and early adopting businesses and self-employed who have embraced new ways of doing things. We're now moving into the second stage, what I like to call the early majority, the next, say, 40 or 45% who will embrace new ways of working. If you look at the UK specifically and you think about the next 2 or 3 years, the government's Making Tax Digital initiative will actually be a very, very powerful forcing function, and will move this from a question of a nice to have, using technology to find efficiency and effectiveness, to absolutely a must-have. And probably by 2020, we're going to see full embracing of the cloud across the entire industry.
when you say that the whole industry, are we going to see some practices fall by the wayside? Is the changing pace of what the market requires and technological developments going to see some firms decide that the future is not for them?
Well, I mean, let's think about the future. I mean, we're not sure exactly where making tax digital will land, because the government has yet to publish some of the final thresholds and the software submission specs. But we do know that by 2020 in the UK, if you're a small business or self-employed, you're going to be filing online 5 times a year, so the 4 quarterly and then your annual return. Now, if you're a firm serving small business and self-employed customers, that's not an option. That's something you're going to have to adapt to. So the question is how you make that change, not whether you make it. And our advice is very simple. It's not too late to be early. Act now to get ahead of that transition, because we know it's coming.
Okay, right. So, folks, thank you very much for watching today's video. So, yeah, Dom, Rich, and they've got another day of QuickBooks Connect to look forward to tomorrow, and we'll be dealing predominantly with the small business community. As so you still have some practices here, I'm sure, won't you?
Have, yeah.
So thank you very much for that. And yeah, if you're watching this on Periscope, it's been great to have you on board. If you're watching on YouTube, that's also good. Subscribe to my channel, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon.